So what we did was on a clinical research that we did, we found that as a therapist, when we worked with this with the clients, and we did the pre-test and post-test, we've got 75% minimization of depression, 65% minimization of anxiety, and then raising self-esteem and self-efficacy. And then one of my friends, Dr. Jafari, said to me that she was teaching at Cal State Long Beach. And with another colleague, they said, can we take this? And I wrote a book, Life Reset, which was like a self help book. And we said, okay, let's take this book and let's take what we have, the 6 phases, and put it as a self help.
Mm.
4 classes. What we did was just created like on 10 different areas of life, like school, work, finances, intimate relationship, mother, father, these type of relationships. And I created the awareness like guided journaling, right? So we would give it to the students for 15 weeks. We did a pre-test and a post-test. So what we did with the guided journaling is guided, right? So you ask questions like in the area of your intimate relationship, for example, or in your body, yourself. How do you relate? It's like a 24 questions that they just like journal in. And so it's guided because it takes them from one section to another. And then at one point in the phase 3, you look at all of the negative beliefs that you've created for yourself in those patterns. And then it's a guided journey, almost like the self hypnosis. It's a guided imagery work where the person goes through this guided imagery work and it stops in the sun. What would you just experience? And now do this. And then so we gave them this and in 10 areas, and then came back and said, okay, now say who you are after all of these things, who you are, who you intend to be, what are in each of these areas, what kind of goals you want to set. And then we gave them the post test. Just from self-help, we still got 70% minimization of depression. And so that was like astonishing. And yes, so the answer to your words is yes. Can they go follow these kind of processes and get it? And because we saw that, we turned it into an
Mm.
so the app, you could go through 31 areas of your life and it'll take you through guided prompts that says, write about this, write about your positive, you write about your negative, about your behaviors, about the impacts you're creating. And then you will take you goes through all of those pieces. And then in the between, you guide them also, like we'll put videos to take it and ponder on themselves and move forward.
Mhm.
That's how we saw how much the self-help process works. And I usually say this, you know how you have like massage equipment that you have at home and you work with yourself and that releases some stuff, but it's different than when you go to a massage therapist.
Yes.
And then it's also different if you actually have an injury that you have to go to a physical therapist or a chiropractor. So these self-help models and for example, the app works for you the same way as you taking care of yourself. If you need more than that, then you can go to a therapist, which are trained in the AIT, because we're trained globally at this point, coaches and therapists. And then if there's special traumas that are there or special conditions, then you also want to go to a specialist, which handles that.